Kim De Leon. At center, number 8, 𝔬𝔤𝔢𝔰. And forward, number 24, Christopher Lagat. The other forward, number 43, Mark Zarza. In the other guard, number 54, Lance Sabroso. Their head coach is Carl Santos. Here now is the starting lineup of your De La Salle Zobel Junior Archers. At guard number 9, Kiefer Alas. The other guard, number 19, Alwin Arboleda. At forward, number 24, Joaquin Espina. At center, number 25, Charles Di Maano. In the other forward, number 77, Tomas Cruz. Their head coach is Boris Aldeguer. Officiating this ballgame, our crew chief, Jaime Rivano. Umpire 1, Ace Season. In Umpire 2, Joden Nebles.
Take a look at our starters for the UE Junior Warriors. Sabroso, De Leon, the Tumalim, Sarza, and Lagat. You know Sabroso is one of the highly recruited players. As for the Junior Archers, Kiefer Alas, Espina, Alwin Arboleda, Charles Di Maano, and Tomas Cruz. And our officiating crew for today's game, Jaime Revano, Clares Season, and Joden Nebres. For game number 3 of 4 here in this Tuesday quadruple header, day number 1 of our boys basketball tournament. Jaime Escalon at the mic with my partner Marga Jimenez. And Marga, expectations for these kids' first game here?
Yes, so both teams fell short of a Final Four stint last season. So this year they're definitely hungry to be part of that, especially that they would want to win a championship for their schools.
Three-pointer launched right away for Lagat is no good. Alas, cross-court pass, pull-up jumper, won't go for Espina. And now here comes UE. De Leon straight to the cup. Kiefer running. What a move. Alas, first 2 points for DLS-Z.
First game of the season, and he's starting to get crafty already with everything that he prepared for coming in this season.
De Leon handling the basketball. Left side pass. A rip-through move, floats it up. Oper Lagat, aggressive to start this ball game. Espina at the left side to Alas from deep. That time far to the left. And the ball will shift to UE.
And here we take a look at that replay. Kiefer Alas looking for teammates and even faked his defender.
Sinabi mo kasi siya yung pinaka-talented na Alas. Yan tuloy. Narinig niya eh. He wants to prove that to you.
Definitely there's pressure from his family, but no, he's there to bring the heat up.
De Leon, two-man game. The Tumalim is asking for it. Jaden, the pivot, kicks it out. Lagat has 2 seconds to shoot. The free throw line jumper is no good for Sarza. And De Leon with the offensive.
Charles Di Maano on his last playing year, and he is also the captain of the Junior Archers this season.
Hard screen. Three-pointer on the way. That is good for Sabroso.
Good execution by there, and they were patient in getting that shot.
And a steal for UE. Alas challenged, but was caught with a foul. That's going to be 2 free throws for number 24, Topper Lagat. What an aggressive player this kid is, actually.
A lot of more athletic players in the juniors division compared to when I was watching.
Lagat makes his first free throw, one of the many rookies for UE.
And if you're UE, you want to come in this game aggressive, very aggressive, because obviously you'd want to prove that you belong in the Final Four stage and the final scene.
Alas, quick hands from De Leon. Espina. They swing the ball around, 12 seconds to shoot. Kiefer gives it to the post. Cruz will give it to Di Maano. The kick out, Daba, one dribble, pull-up jumper. That won't go, and the shot clock expires. So defense for UE, applying and pounding in the ball pressure.
Great defense by UE there. You know, they were very patient that DLS-Z will commit their own mistakes.
On your screens, that's Coach Carl Santos. Has had experience in the high school division, but now a big task to bring UE to their winning ways. Lagat will miss from downtown. He tried to save the ball, De Leon. And almost a counter steal, but the ball will remain with the white shirts.
So early in this game, UE is putting the pressure very, very hard on DLS-Z.
De Leon. The cross. Tried to go for the baseline. Great defense there for LaSalle as De Leon splashes home a three-pointer. And UE with a thunderous start, 9-2. How about this three-pointer from your veteran?
As he took a look at this replay, pure confidence. Seems like this is what he's been practicing. Very, very confident, and that's definitely what they needed to start the game.
For Alas with all day to shoot. That time short. There's a big rebound there from number 43, Mark Sarza. The baseline drive. Here's Dre De Leon. He's been the hot hand here in the first quarter. De Leon floats it up and puts it in.
And he's not done. You know, he's very creative in that shot. And I think he's one of the main guys that they will be really leaning.
And he looks confident. I think being a veteran, you need to show that you're confident in this young squad as De Leon with the last-minute pass. 11-2 our score. We approach our halfway point here in quarter number one. And that time, it will be 2 free throws as we take a look at this replay.
Here we take a look at this replay. So he was using the contact for him to really get his balance in that shot.
And Margo, what's going on here for DLS-Z so far in the first quarter? Trying to find their rhythm still?
Yes, so they've been struggling in executing their sets. They're still trying to find the main guy, go-to guy. And since Kiefer Alas is one of the highly recruited players here in high school, he'll definitely have a lot of defenders in front of him. Not just one, maybe even 2 or 3.
Jaden Datumalim knocks down his second free throw. And it's a 10-point lead for the UE Junior Warriors. It's Kian Gubat to Daha. Pabellano for 3, knocks it down.
Much needed scoring for DLS-Z as they want to break the run that UE has been doing.
Much needed basket off the bench. De Leon, the tumalim, will reverse it. Couple of handoff actions. De Leon with 6 seconds to shoot. Dre looking for the roller. The tumalim.
Take a look at this replay. Good handoff. There's a bit of a miscommunication there from UE, which left him wide open for that three.
As it will not be a free throw with 14 seconds to shoot. So De Leon will inbound from the baseline. Short corner jumper sends 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 to the line. In terms of chemistry, what do you like about the chemistry of UE so far?
So even if there's a lot of new players, it seems like they know where their teammates are going to be when they call a play. And that just shows how much trust they also have with each other when they have the ball.
As Lagat makes his first free throw.
And when you're up this big early in the game, it gives you confidence to really shoot.
Substitutions for Coach Carl Santos. That's Sabroso out. And 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 in. DLSU trailing by 9, looking to get the offense going. That time, Pabellano misses the layup.
Good defense there by UE.
De Leon to the tumalim. Power move, sidestep, overcooks the shot. Daha in transition was fouled upon the approach. Well, this is one thing we missed, Marga, the speed of boys basketball.
Definitely. Both teams are coming in very aggressive, and most especially UE coming in very aggressive with this lead that they have against DLS-Z.
And yung aggressive na yun, yung aggression na yun, Marga, it comes with yung giggle din na a lot of them are playing for the first time here in the UAAP.
Yes, and of course you would want composed kind of giggle, you know, too much, and our referees might see na masyado na excessive na eh.
Pabellano at the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. That's Davao. On your screens, Coach Boris Saldeguer. Last time he made the Final Four was 𝔐𝔞𝔦𝔰 days. That's how long it's been.
I was still in high school that time.
Nasaan ka na ba? Yun ang tanong eh.
Kaka-graduate ko lang ng college.
Nice crossover there for Despi. And a travel called on Alejandro. Got a little too excited.
I think in a way din medyo nagkakapaan pa yung mga players, especially when you're a team full of rookies. It's hard to scout, especially that there's not much broadcast in terms of the high school division.
But luckily, we have Pilipinas Live to do just that. All the games in first time in history. So for those who hasn't downloaded the app, you know, you have to tell your friends and family, 149 pesos a month lang.
Perks to if you're a college recruiter. You can see
That's
the
right,
prospects in the high school division as early as the rookie year.
Even scouting. Actually, I've learned from some of the assistant coaches that they look at Pilipinas Live and they watch the games there to scout. Dati kailangan mo pa i-record, di ba?
Yeah, or you have to go to the venue itself just to scout the other players. Ganun kami sa women's division.
Okay, back to the ball game. Masyado tayong hard plug eh. And Daha will send it to Gubat. Pabellano off the pop-out. One dribble pull-up jumper is too strong. And here comes UE. Despi. Pocket pass. Strong drive is a no-go. Sorry, missed there by Alejandro. Daha on the spin. A wall was met. Davao for three. In and out. Gubat picks up his dribble. Great ball pressure for UE. Shot clock down to 4. The ball will remain with the green shirts with 3 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock.
DLS-Z still struggling to find the execution that will help them get that shot.
𝔬𝔞 will inbound. Pabellano to Davao for 3, short. UE rushes back and DLS-Z sprints on defense. Despy will orchestrate the offense. Dahino at the post, drop step, kick out, three-pointer. That is good. That's from 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 for 3. 𝔬𝔞 down the lane, scoop layup. That's one way to get your offense going here as a ferocious start for UE, 17 points. And we approach our 2-minute marker in the first quarter.
We take a look at the replay. So there was a collapse inside the paint which left him very open there in the corner for that open 3. And the bench is loving it for the UE side.
On your screens is a free throw by number 5, Kian 𝔬𝔞.
Kian 𝔬𝔞 is one of the point guards here for DLS-Z, trying to create something and break the dry spell that's been happening for the junior archers.
𝔬𝔞 will knock down his second free throw, trims this lead down to 10. Pedrita, the go-ahead pass, the kick out. Despy wants to milk a little time and get a good shot. Despy. They swing it to the other side, and Pedrita with 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
5 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds to shoot.
Pedrita will trigger. The spin move, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 too excited. Pedrita almost beating the buzzer. And a rebound for the green shirts as Kiefer Alas looking to trim this lead down to single digits. Alas, catch and shoot. Smooth.
We all know what he's capable of, especially in scoring, and that's something that DLS-Z definitely needs to get back in this game.
Despy easily putting the ball down. Has Alejandro at the post. Power move is a no-go. Kiefer with the rebound. Daha reverses. Pabellano sends it. Atienza at the post. Patience is a virtue.
Momentum now is shifting to DLS-Z side. They're taking things slow, but it's working so far.
Pedrita early screen. Less than a minute remaining here in the first quarter. A 6-point lead for UE. You're talking about the body language, the flow of the green shirts. Slowly shifting here as we take a look at this rewind.
We take a look at Atienza going hard to the basket. Very patient as well. Faking the defender for that shot.
Alejandro, the bang, the bonus, the 3-point play opportunity.
Plus a stare down to his opponent. Muscling his way into the paint. Goes hard.
That stare down again. Oh,
yeah.
Chill, young fella. It's only game number 1 in a long season.
That's how much they want to get into the Final Four and the finals this season.
You're talking to me about it, the passion, the energy with the boys, so different. May halong gigil din talaga with their youth.
Yes, the emotions are definitely higher here.
30 seconds remaining in Chapter 1, a 9-point lead for the UE Junior Warriors. Dangerous pass. Alejandro looking down court. Alejandro won't score. And De La Salle has a chance to take the last shot, resulting into a turnover. Pedrita, last-minute pass. Easy basket is a no-go. Alejandro with the putback to beat the buzzer. That's 5 straight points for John Alejandro.
Here, they are sharing the basketball and finding the best shot possible. But despite, the misses, they have players who can do the cleanup for them.
The referee saying officially that will count. So it will be 22-11 at the end of the first quarter.
Take a look at the first quarter highlights. So DLS-Z coming in the game a bit slow as UE has been very hot with a full court press and making sure that they have perfect execution, forcing DLS-Z some turnovers. But despite that, 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔢 providing the spark for DLS-Z. We take a look at, of course, 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔢 being the leader of UE, really leading the way starting from the first quarter.
Flip the page to another chapter when we return here on Pilipinas Live. We are back in the Amoranto Sports Complex for quarter number 2. So far, it's been all UE in the first quarter with a little glimpse of light from the green shirts.
Both teams are still very aggressive. Even in fouls, they're all very aggressive. Here we think it was an off-ball foul with number 54, 𝔍𝔤𝔰, one of the highly recruited players in UE.
Keeper will trigger from the baseline. This team down by 11. And a foul, another foul. So that's 2 right away, I believe, for UE. In under 9 seconds. So this is exactly what you were talking about in terms of the over-aggression, over-excitement.
That's how bad these boys want to win the game.
You don't want them to in the penalty because you're up by 11, but those free throws could be a way for them to come back. In the meantime, the quick turnaround is a no-go.
Everything but the shot for DLS-Z is Daha.
Daha. Such a lengthy guy. Just looking at his wingspan, it's really quite long as we see some substitutions here for Coach Juarez. Kitang-kita yung wingspan niya, no, Marga?
Lean, long. Everything just to protect the paint as well for DLS-Z.
Coach Boris trying to will his team from this 10-point deficit. As Daha will go 1 for 2. And the ball will remain for De La Salle. Look a little bit more sharper here to start in the second quarter.
Yes, and UE already with 3 fouls to start the second quarter.
Gubat receives. Elbow jumper. Back iron. Pedrita wasting no time. Goes all the way and Daha with a rejection.
Sinabi mo lang kanina yung wingspan niya. Ayan, pinapakita niya na sa'yo.
3-pointer. In and out for Bon. Athleticism at its finest. The Tumalim scoop layup gets the bounce.
He wasn't even surprised when he made that shot.
Over 2 defenders as well.
Not a problem for him.
Couple of jab steps into a spin move. Tough shot. Inside pass, wide open for Mark Sarza.
Probably one of the easiest shots that UE has gotten this game.
And now a 14-point lead opened up by UE. Gubat trying to go for the back door, and he travels there. Great defense for UE.
If we take a look at this replay, with 2 defenders coming at him, it wasn't a problem at all. And this is a great read to find an open teammate near the basket. So a bit of a miscommunication as well for the junior archers.
Hard screen by 𝔐𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔦. Dre De Leon reinserted in the ball game to the left side. Step back three from deep. That one way off by Sabroso. And Daha with a touchdown.
Daha providing the spark that DLS-Z needs this quarter.
What a quarter so far for Bon Daha. De Leon two-man game. Dre the spin, tough shot, tough angle, but 2 free throws for the veteran.
Take a look at the forward pass by 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 to Daha for that easy layup.
Hala ko idadunk niya na eh, based on how high he leaped.
Baka he's reserving it for later.
I would not be surprised if he just dunked it and rattled that rim. But in the meantime, De Leon makes his first free throw. It's Coach Carl Santos on your screens, and we have a good crowd here.
That's the first day for the juniors.
UE now doubling the score of LaSalle. 2:30 gone by here in Chapter 2. Daha reverses 𝔐𝔫𝔫. Off the pin down. That is good for 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔤.
That was perfect execution for DLS-Z.
Daha the steal. Oh! He got all the way up. And 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔤 giving us a highlight. UE calling a timeout.
Take a look at this replay. So that was a good screen by Daha for 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔤 to get open for that jumper. So perfect execution, and here they were able to force a turnover. And is that a dunk by 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔤?
We'll count it. We'll count it as a dunk. As more importantly, trying to get a sense of momentum, De La Salle Zobel. De Leon awaits the screen. Aggressive move for Sabroso. Gets away. The sneak attack is good for Lance.
Now I understand why he's one of the highly recruited players in the juniors division.
Davao to 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔤. Just scored back-to-back points. Daha to Davao. Trying to drive baseline. Great defense there by Sabroso. Dimaano looking for the handoff. Daha has 5 seconds to shoot. Quite a bit of a stretch, but that was a foul by Alejandro.
And when I say the emotions are up here in the atmosphere, not just inside the court, but even the bench of both teams.
Check that, Marga. That is a foul on Mark Sarza. As Bon Daha, how big has he been here in the second quarter? Really changing the tides.
His contribution is both on offense and on defense.
Now has 4 points, 2 blocks, and 2 assists. Make that 5 as the lead back to 10. Give and go action. Oh, sorry, miss from point blank. 𝔐𝔫𝔫𝔤 floats it up. Was fouled upon the attack. That's 2 free throws for 𝔐𝔫𝔫𝔢𝔰.
The 𝔐𝔫𝔫𝔫𝔢 struggling a bit in finding his rhythm offensively, but he's able to get the momentum back to DLS-Z with these free throws.
But that's something he has to get used to as the season progresses. But like you mentioned, he may be double-teamed, he may be even be triple-teamed. It's going to be a long season. He's going to see different faces, different bodies on him.
One thing's for sure is he's gonna help his team, get back in the Final Four scene.
As 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 makes the second free throw, claims this lead down to a single-digit ball game. Biggest lead of UE was 14. Lagat reverses. Sabroso putting the moves on. That time a little too excited as another stop for LaSalle.
Great defense there by DLS-Z. If they want to get back in this game, they have to create some stops and make sure that they convert them on the other side.
Alas blows by two defenders.
Okay, I think I take back what I said earlier. He's not struggling anymore.
Nice drop pass. And the finish by number 17, that's Austin Dahino. Espina, the cross, step back, jumper, too long. Alas, soaring for that offensive rebound, and Kiefer will be awarded 2 free throws. How about this?
Take a look at this replay. Going up against 2 defenders. That was a great pass by Sabroso. UE has been scoring a lot in the paint. Already 16 points with 47%.
Kiefer Alas missing his first free throw, but we saw that last replay from Sabroso. He is highly recruited out of Cebu. And we know how good Cebu is in terms of basketball. This is the second free throw. More than halfway done here in the second quarter. LaSalle slowly but surely trying to get back in this ball game. But in terms of composure, in terms of offense, what are you seeing differently for the boys in green?
In terms of the leadership, of course, they want to bring more of the holdovers inside and Wacky Espina and of course Kiefer Alas to bring the momentum back to them. They want to keep it close here with UE.
De Leon, the point guard duties, already has 9 points in the first half. Dre will orchestrate, 2-man game. Receives a switch. Sabroso. The spin move, float game, no. Rebound, battle, Sabroso with a basket and one.
Sabroso is a walking highlight reel for UE. And it doesn't matter whether his defenders are way taller and longer than him, he's gonna find a way to create a shot.
And he seems to be a hyperactive player, really, with a quick first step and a high leaping ability.
And great handles to add to that.
I'm sure we're going to talk about him a lot here in season 86.
First of many games, definitely for him.
Davao, Miri, Atienza rebound. De Maano, he's been quiet. Sabroso, no look. So much heat on the pass. The kick out, De Leon, three-pointer. Espina wants them to slow things down. De Maano had Alas on the back door. Chooses to reverse. Charles to Espina. The turnaround. Fall away jumper. Short. Kiefer with the rebound and a recycled 14. Espina quick trigger. Package. Delivered. And a foul.
And it's gonna count for DLS-Z. That was a good pass by Kiefer Alas. Even the cameraman got faked by his shot.
Ganun siya kagaling. Cameraman natin, na sharp as always, na fool.
Kiefer Alas. Ganun siya ka-talented.
As Daha will re-enter. But how about Espina here? Wacky Espina with 7 points. So it's Espina and Daha working together as a dynamic duo to will LaSalle, and just now they're down by 8.
Only in the first half, Kiefer Alas is already packing the stat sheet with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Talk about leadership that he brings.
And for UE, it's Dre De Leon. So it's the holdovers for both of these teams really showing out in their first game.
Despite the key losses that they had this season, there's a lot of bright players, really stepping up to help their team get a win, get as much wins as they can throughout the season. And there's a lot of fans, as you mentioned, here in the venue. Lots of families, friends, even schoolmates.
Yung isang courtside reporter nga nandito ng LaSalle. Nandito daw yung cousin niya talking about Davao. So it's a family affair here in the UAAP.
Of course, supporting her cousin, Mako Davao.
Substitutions for the junior archers and the junior warriors.
Those were LaSalle fans who are all smiles right now because their team is winning the quarter 16-13. That's Patrice Daba we were talking about. Courtside reporter for the Green Archers supporting his cousin Makoy Davao. And Espina trims this lead down to 7. Don't look now, Marga. It's a 3-possession ball game. Dangerous pass. De Leon. Check that. That's Pedrita. 2-man game. Gets a switch. Catch and shoot 3. Farochilen continues to sizzle.
It's been dry for UE, but Farochilen really bringing in the heat back to UE.
Farochilen now has 2 3-pointers. This is the second one. Has not missed.
It's a good read there to find him very open, and that must be really his shot. He looked very confident.
Tough shot there for Alas. Alejandro snatches, and Pedrita will bring the ball down. Point guard lineup of UE seems to be deep here, as we are seeing in the first half. Left side 2-man game. Couple of jab steps. And in and out, but back in. That is good for John Alejandro.
Alejandro got the shooter's bounce.
Lead back to 12. Kiefer, cross, drop. Daha, hang time. Meet me up top, says Bon Daha.
It was a great read by Kiefer Alas. Despite looking at the basket, his eyes are also looking at his teammates. He knows that there's going to be a collapse whenever he drives to the basket, leaving, of course, Daha, one of the main stories here for the second quarter.
And how about that pass from Kiefer Alas? He makes it look so easy the way he plays basketball. Already has 9 points, 5 rebounds, and that was his 4th assist. Such a spectacle this kid is. Substitutions coming your way for UE. Bon Daha now with 7 points. Makes it 8. And the lead back to single digits for LaSalle as UE will call a timeout. Coach Louis Alas on your screen supporting his son Kiefer Alas. The best Alas according to Marga. Maybe
Probably the most talented one. Lots of potential for him.
Something about the name Kiefer. Such a, when you're a Kiefer in the juniors, Kiefer Ravena, of course, was a juniors MVP. And of course, we know Kiefer Alas will be a front runner. That's a hot take, but,
Okay, you're calling it this early?
In the meantime, we approach our 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. A 9-point lead for UE. Alejandro, nice backdoor.
You know, UE has been good in finding the openings inside the paint. They already have 18 points inside the paint for UE. And in terms of free throws, they shot 8 out of 10, which is 80%. Make that 9 now.
Quite a number of free throws you were talking about, Marga. 12 for both teams apiece. They're actually the same in terms of percentages. 9 for 12. That one telegraphed. Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Pedrita hounded. Pedrita last minute pass and a foul. But not yet in the penalty, I believe. So it will be sideline inbound.
Of course, 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰𝔫, the son of DLSU legend Adonis Santa Maria.
Pedrita caught with the travel. Would have been a good move.
I think that's what they call the Pinoy step. A bit too much steps on that.
As a timeout is called, a minute 43 seconds remaining, 41-31 our score. Back in here in the second quarter, 41-31, still a 10-point lead for UE. Deeper, floater, gets the bounce, puts him at 11 points in the first half.
Trying to make some noise to end the second quarter.
The kick out, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, first miss from three-point land. Oh, Alas, the kick out. Three-point is no-go for Manganaan. And another putback for LaSalle. Trims this lead down to 6. Skip pass. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 pulling it back out. Gives it to his point guard in Pedrita. Two-man game with Alejandro. Pedrita for 3, short. And here comes DLS-Z. Keeper switching gears. Taha on the attack. Hang time move. Alejandro snatches a rebound. Despi. 5 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Alejandro with the crossover, telegraphed by Alas. They have an opportunity to take the last shot.
Have around 7 seconds to work here.
Alas for 3. I would have brought the house down, but 20 minutes has expired, and don't look now, after a 14-point lead for UE, LaSalle just down by 6 after a comeback in that second quarter, Marga.
Yes, so DLS-Z actually won that quarter. They showed better execution compared to the first quarter, where they committed a lot of turnovers. And we take a look at the highlights, starting with DLS-Z by that pass of keeper Alas, and of course UE still trying to score inside the paint. But there are a lot of bright spots as well for DLS-Z and Espina and Daha. Of course, Sabroso, you know, really showing everyone why he's a top recruit for the juniors division.
We'll break down the half for you when we return here. 41-35, the end of the first half. At the end of 20 minutes of play, the UE Junior Warriors holding on to a 6-point lead As I mentioned, they were up by 14, but that second quarter run for DLS-Z, outscoring UE 24-19 there, Margo. What changed really? When we take a look at the halftime statistics, what's the biggest change for DLS-Z in that second quarter?
So for DLS-Z, they look much more composed in the second quarter. In the first quarter, UE looked very aggressive coming into the game. They were very confident in taking their shots, and they were executing better. And as well, they were forcing DLS-Z to more turnovers, 9 versus their 6, and making sure in the second quarter that DLS-Z was able to convert in terms of their fast break points. So from defense to offense. So coming into this game, DLS-Z having more height and length, getting more rebounds, but UE with better execution and scoring better in terms of their field goals. And we took a look at the highlights led by, of course, no other than 𝔍𝔫𝔢𝔰, may it be scoring and also finding the open teammates. He can do everything at this point, and this is definitely just a start for him this season. And we saw also bright spots from 𝔐𝔞𝔫 and Daha. But for UE, of course, it was led by 𝔐𝔫𝔦𝔠𝔫, one of the holdovers last season, and also the second best scorer for their team, and making sure that 𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢 was able to find also his rhythm starting the season for the UE Warriors. And here, you can see high emotions in this game, Jaime. So that's something that they would definitely bring out throughout the season.
Well, we take a look at our leading scorers, Marga. 𝔍𝔫𝔢𝔰, 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰. We knew they were going to step up in Season 86, but how about Lance Sabroso? How about Bon Daha and 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔦 and 𝔐𝔞𝔫 chipping in as well? So both teams, they have some depth into them in terms of the scoring department.
Yes, and of course, these teams, again, didn't make it to the Final Four last season. That's why they are very hungry, especially UE, that they've never reached the Final Four since the stats era.
And on your screens, 𝔍𝔫𝔢𝔰, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And we are only in the first half of the first game. He looks ready and well prepared as UE. What can they do differently here, Marga? I mean, kind of relaxed a little bit in that second quarter. What do you think the adjustments are going to be for Coach Carl Santos?
Yes, so I think that they would want to come into the second half more aggressive, just like how they started in the first quarter, and still executing much better. And of course, they would want to take care of the ball, not to commit too much turnovers, because both of these teams having full court presses throughout the game. A lot of energy as well coming from the players.
Speaking of turnovers, Marga, DLS-Z with 9 and UE with 6. But what has kept DLS-Z is really their bigs, and 𝔬𝔜𝔏 𝔐𝔞𝔫 and Bon Daha in that second quarter. As you see the UE boys, revamped UE squad.
Led by Coach Carl Santos.
And you can tell they did their work recruiting in the off-season.
They were able to get the gem in Sabroso.
De Leon hands it off. Sabroso. Zarza was blocked by Daha. There goes that wingspan once again.
That's already his third block in this game, and he's the only player in DLS-Z who has blocks in the stats sheet.
Third block of the ball game for Bon. Alejandro. Check that. Yeah, that's right. That's John Alejandro with the reverse layup.
Looking very composed coming into this quarter.
Espina receives a switch. DiMaano was fouled on the attack. That will be 2 free throws for Charles DiMaano.
Good execution here by UE. Finding the opening. Siguro naka-only reps na ng mic and drill.
Charles DiMaano in Season 85 averaged close to 10 points per game in 30 minutes.
So he has yet to find his rhythm in this game, but of course he would want to bring in the leadership.
DiMaano on his second free throw is good. Three-possession ball game. Sabroso handling the offense. Despy gets a screen, picks up his dribble, shot clock down to 9. The drive, top shot for 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔰, but banks it home.
Sabroso using his speed and making sure he gets past his defenders.
And a steal by Sarza. De Leon won't get the floater to go, but the ball will remain with UE.
Did you see the behind the back of Sarza just to get past the DLS-Z defenders?
Despy will trigger. Sabroso, the hot hand in this game. Quick cross. Help defense was there. De Leon, last minute pass. Daha playing the passing lanes and a steal for the green shirts. Espina to Bon. A foul was called in the shaded area.
It's high emotions, especially when it comes near the paint or even inside the paint.
𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔰𝔬𝔬𝔬 re-injected in this ball game.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
Bon Daha with the early seal, but was fouled before he got the shot off. That fouls on number 17, 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔦𝔱𝔢𝔦.
Coming in for the Junior Warriors. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
JM Surya checking in. That's number 19. Coach Carl going deep into his bench. Gubat, Kiefer, three-pointer. Fighting for the rebound is Espina on the fall-away. And a rebound secured for Alejandro. Despy looking down court, shifting gears. No look pass. Would have been a highlight right there.
No look pass to no man found there. It was a good intention though by him, but he just couldn't find the release pass.
2 minutes gone by. DLS-Z just 1 point so far in the third quarter. Gubat, three-pointer. Espina knocks it down.
But sometimes you just have to mention it and the players will find a way to hear us here in the broadcast.
Yung favorite saying ko, minsan kailangan mo lang talaga magparinig. As Espina now in double figures as well, along with Kiefer Alas. De Leon, two-man game. Alejandro will set the screen, then will roll. Will not finish. Offensive rebound, put back from the big man.
Alejandro showing a lot of strength here in the third quarter and wanting to keep adding to the lead that they have against Zobel.
Despy bringing the ball down. Was bumped on the attack. That will be a foul by Charles Di Mahano.
We take a look at this replay. So there were three to four people in green. But Alejandro says, that's no problem for me. I can clean up my own mess.
Despy playing point guard here for UE. The set up the offense of Coach Carl. The hezi, the drive. They strip by Daha, and they retrieve the ball back.
So with the length of Daha, you know, even if he doesn't block a shot, he changes the shot of these UE players.
Gubat, pressure applied by De Leon. Di Maano picks up his dribble, hands it off to Kiefer. Alas, difficult shot. Great defense there from Dre. Lightning quick. Lightning quick. He goes all the way. 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔰𝔬𝔬.
Sobrang bilis niya. Kanina nakita ko lang siya sa right side cuts ngayon. Tapos na, naka-create na siya ng sarili niyang shot.
Kiefer. classic response from your star player.
Kiefer Alas already with 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And that's something Sabroso needs to learn as well. Yes, he is fast. Yes, he is lightning quick, but that time a little too out of control.
Before that, let's take a look at this. He's so fast, and the way he elevates for that shot. We take a look at Kiefer Alas. He was reading first whether kakagat ba yung defense sa kanya o hindi before he went for that layup.
Daha was stripped. Offensive foul drawn by UE.
Daha trying to, create some stability in his shot, but it was just a bit too excessive for our referees.
James Malonzo has just checked in for UE. One of the mainstays we were talking about in the pregame.
He's one out of the 2 mainstays and holdovers for the UE squad.
Despy, he looks like a really tall point guard here for Coach Carl, and he looks to be under control as well, Margo.
Yes. Whenever he has the ball, he brings in that stability for his teammates.
Sabroso will trigger. Lance, the floater. That time too strong. Rebound secured by Espina. Espina from the handoff. Shot fake. Kiefer, extra swing. One dribble pull-up jumper too strong. Offensive rebound for Dimaano, putting him on the weight room.
Finally, Dimaano is able to break through in this game.
Despy no-look pass. Alejandro blocked from behind.
Take a look at that big rebound by Dimaano. Really muscling his way to get that shot up.
So much energy from Charles. There's more substitutions. Number 24, 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 re-enters. Alonzo. Step back, three-pointer. Airmails the 3. Kiefer retrieves. Looks down court, changes speed, floats it up, puts it in.
He's just very talented, and it's only the first game of the season. We're going to see a lot more of that from Kiefer Alas.
Despy, the hezzy, the drive, short. Kiefer fighting for the rebound, the go-ahead pass. Numbers for LaSalle, quick hands from UE and a counter steal. Malonzo, the kick out, shot fake, Topper was stripped. And now LaSalle's turn to run. As Ala says, okay, let's waste a little time here. Couple of jab steps for Charles. Dimaano, power move. And that's 2 free throws. If there was a basketball game that had caffeine all over it, this would be that game.
The game was so fast, a lot of exchanges in that, and I like how composed Kiefer Alas was to set up his teammates and make sure, we have to settle down a bit. And of course, the leadership that Dimaano brings for the Zobel squad.
Just needed to catch my breath there. Nakakapagod sila panoorin, Marga.
Parang tumatakbo ka din with them, no?
As Dimaano knocks down his first free throw. Charles' second free throw is good too. And don't look now, with 6 minutes gone by in the third quarter, we are down to a 1-possession ball game. Waki Espina and the DLS-Z Junior Archers storming a comeback against UE. 49-47. UE was up by as much as 14 in the first half. But 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰, who just re-entered, hands it off to Despy. The drift by Toper, and the floater is good for Lagat.
It's a good shot by him, really recognizing whether 𝔍𝔫𝔤𝔢𝔰 would bite that fake or not.
Espina is blitzed. Finds Domangkas. The mid-ranger is a no-go. And the 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 powers for that rebound. Despy, two-man game with Jaden. Switches there. Lagat to the 𝔘𝔬𝔦𝔰. Breaks away. Oh! Reverse is no good.
Almost with a doopsie-doo.
𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰. The spin. Gets away, breaking free for the deuce.
That was great footwork by 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰. Really very, very patient in that shot.
Charles 𝔘𝔦𝔰 has awoken in the second half.
Finally found his rhythm here in the third quarter.
Kiefer playing the passing lanes. Espina completes the steal. We approach our 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Alas for the tie. A little bit more of a quiet start here for Alas in the second half. Malonzo to Lagat. Toper fires from deep. Won't go. And Kiefer Alas now has a double-double after that rebound. 15 points, 10 rebounds.
We're only in the third quarter.
In and out. Alas, fall away. We are tied at 51.
The effort that he brings really translates, and he's trying to get his teammates involved.
Don't look pass. Espina with the quick hands. Oh, and Despy is on the ground. But first, let's take a look at this replay.
Big rebound there by Kiefer Alas. Good stroke there. Now we're tied at 51 thanks to him.
As Despy holding on to his left knee, I believe. Of course, we don't want to see injuries, most especially it's only game on.
I think he has cramps. Probably in the shin or calf area. And we wouldn't want a knee injury this early. Only the first game of the season, so prayers up to him as well. This is a great pass. Masyadong the adrenaline was just way too much for his legs. Ganun kabilis yung pace ng game.
So UE in a huddle right now as DLS-Z is winning the quarter 16-10. Margo, what has changed here in the second half for DLS-Z? How were they able to get back here in this ball game?
So DLS-Z doing much better in terms of taking care of the ball. Now both teams have 13 turnovers each. So DLS-Z came into the second half with already 9 turnovers. And they made sure to force turnovers to UE.
So that's 7 turnovers for UE in the quarter.
And only 4 for DLS-Z. And of course, you wouldn't want to stop on defense. You want to convert them into offense and make sure that you're able to get a hold of that ball and execute better compared to your opponents.
1 minute and 14 remaining here in Chapter 3. We are deadlocked at 51 apiece. Just a few technical changes in terms of the time. So we are ready to go as 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, who's quiet here in the third, will inbound. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔪 to 𝔍𝔞𝔪. Doper. Ball screen there. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔪 on the kick. The three-pointer, 𝔍𝔞𝔪, almost but not quite. Less than a minute remaining. A chance for DLS-Z to take the lead. Kiefer from deep. Package delivered. I'm running of nice things to say about this kid, by the way. Three-point advantage for LaSalle. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔪 fakes the handoff. 𝔍𝔞𝔪 to Lagat. Handoff action. Pedrita with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔪 is short.
Good read, but better defense there.
Dangerous pass by Pabellano, and the entire coaching staff of DLS-Z is off their chairs.
You see here, Kiefer Alas really taking his time and taking that shot. Very composed. The way he leads his team inside the court really translates among everyone inside the arena that's supporting DLS-Z.
Playing like a man among boys today, Kiefer Alas in his first game. In the meantime, an offensive foul is called, so it might be UE who will be taking the last shot of the third quarter.
Kiefer scratching his head there. And in terms of screens, it has first, make sure that your feet are planted and you're not moving. And of course, the guards have to recognize as well, making sure that their bigs are settled in first before they move.
Pedrita. Lagat stepped on the sideline with 3.6. Right when you think each team was going to write the last sentence.
That's the fun about juniors basketball. It's a very fast game, a lot of athletic players and shift of momentums.
Alas, 2 seconds, 1 second. I would not be surprised if he made that shot, because he has been the hot hand. At the end of 3 quarters, LaSalle with a taste of their biggest lead, 54-51. What a quarter that was, Amarga, especially for the green side of things.
Yeah, so they were able to do a lot of adjustments coming into the quarter. They shot 19 versus UE's 10, led by, of course, no other than Kiefer Alas. He was really leading their team, but of course, 𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢 trying to break that run created by DLS-Z. Of course, Waki Espina and Daha contributing a lot. And of course, the captain, Maano, really leading the way for DLS-Z. Here we see great footwork by him in this highlight. So now, it's a very interesting game now. Coming into the fourth quarter, we really don't know who's going to win at this point.
Fourth and final quarter coming right up when we return.
And we are back in the fourth quarter. I will be taking Jaime's job for the meantime. But LaSalle Zobel doing a great job to get back in this game and take the lead against UE. And now, Kiefer Alas will not stop. Coming to the fourth quarter. It's really leading the way for DLS-Z here. We have 𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢 using his speed. Paganda pa yung play na yon. And it's gonna count for Alejandro. Already with 12 points. When you take a look at this replay, he almost lost the ball. But he was able to find Alejandro inside.
Alejandro having himself a ball game here in Margo with 12 points and 8 rebounds.
Also with double-double watch.
Alejandro with the bonus free throw. And back to a one-possession ball game. Kiefer Alas, the main character of all 4 chapters so far.
Nothing short of greatness from him in this game.
That was so poetic of you, Marga. I like that.
Thank you.
In the meantime, Atienza putting the ball down, up and under. Di Maano, right in front of the referee, is called for the ward-off. And both teams having words here for each other.
And it's only the first game of the season, I repeat. The emotions are very high for both these teams. It was a hard fall. And of course, if you're the teammate and if you see your teammate down, you'd want to protect him in any way. That's why there was a few exchanges there between the players. They're going to review.
I believe that's the Tomalim on your screens. The referees will be reviewing that last play, and he gets a round of applause. So much intensity and physicality in just game number 3 of day 1. And based on what we're seeing in the first day, it looks to be what is going to be an exciting season here in Marga for our boys basketball tournament.
Despite their previous standings, you really can't tell this early in the season who's going to make it to the Final Four. A lot of talented players, still in their second year, third year, fourth year.
I review the call stage now on number 25, Charles Dimano. Warning on number 8, 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 and on number 25, Charles Dimano for taunting.
So warning is called
coming in for the junior archers.
For the green shirts.
And the number is substitution. Austin Nahino coming in for big boy, the Tomalim.
And if you're UE, Marga, what would you like to see different here? I mean, it's a big test that you lost a big lead, but now is a time, it's a learning experience now. How do you dial in to win this basketball game?
Of course, getting back in the game, you'd want as much players as you can. So already 2 people were being attended by the medical team. So aside from the aggressiveness that they started the game, of course, you want to ensure their safety as well and be more composed in terms of executing. So they were able to capitalize on points inside the paint, and now you'd want to do that as well, despite the length that DLS-Z has.
More substitutions. The Tomalim seems to be okay. He is re-injected back in the ball game. Kiefer hits through his foot. Sabroso winning the track race. Can't be chased on that one.
So much speed.
Trims this lead down to 1. Almost a steal there for UE, but Lopez was fouled by Alejandro.
Take a look at this replay. The ball hitting the foot of Kiefer Alas and Sabroso. Super speed for that layup.
Davao. That's his first 2 points, or first 3 points. Couldn't have come at a better time, Marga.
Yes, shrugging off that first game jitters, he was able to finally get that 3.
Topper Lagat answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Topper Lagat not giving up on that play.
Lopez hesitates. Espina to Kiefer. Alas, two-man game, goes behind his back. Great defense there. Davao, another three, make it back-to-back.
That is definitely what DLS-Z wants to win this game. Mako Davao making sure that he shows up at the right time.
How about Mako Davao? Started off 0 for 3. But first, how about this shot by 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔬𝔦. Then Mako Davao answering right back. What you can do, I could do better ×2.
Yes, so in the first half, he was struggling to find his shot. But here in the fourth quarter, everything on point for Mako Davao.
Tupper waves off his point guard. Lagat floats it up. 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰 skying high for the rebound. 11 seconds to shoot for UE. Sabroso looks at the time, sees 5. No look pass. Are you kidding me?
Great read there by Sabroso. You know, he doesn't have to score all the time, and he can definitely make his teammates look very, very good inside the court.
The ball pressure applied. That time from Pedrita, but
We need to see that again, Jaime. He was very patient.
Lance Sabroso might just be one of the rookies we really have to watch out for here in season 86.
He's showing why he belongs in the UAAP stage along with the other big boys here.
Pocket pass, veteran to veteran.
Kiefer Alas already with 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists.
De Leon. Lagat at the left side. They reverse it. Topper, catch and shoot. Bang!
So if DLS-Z has Mako Davao, UE has Topper Lagat.
And UE trims this lead down to 1. Lagat scorching hot here in the fourth quarter. Charles looking for the back door. Espina would have been a wild reverse. Sabroso and 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰 telling his teammates to calm down. A chance for them to take the lead. Topper. He's been the hot hand in isolations. The interception by Kiefer. Alas, sidestep beauty.
Very good there. Despite being undermanned, he was able to execute off of that fast break.
25 points for Kiefer Alas. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 to Lagat, sizing Espina up. Off the pop out, De Leon. Shot clock reads 6. Dre from deep. And Kiefer leaping for the rebound. We are already halfway done here in the fourth and final quarter. De Maano double teamed. Last minute pass. And the 2 points is good for
Not a
Kenneth
problem
Yenza.
for him.
2-possession ball game. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰. Guard to guard action off ball. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 switching mid-air. How about that steal from Mako Davao?
It's really the spark that DLS-Z needed this fourth quarter.
De Maano, this time to Kiefer Alas on the reverse assist. And don't look now, it's a 3-possession ball game for De La Salle Zobel. The 27 point of Kiefer Alas. Charles De Maano and Kiefer Alas, those two here in the fourth quarter, dialing down and working together as they have a 7-point lead. On your screens, Coach Nash Rosella. That's going to be a big one tomorrow with that do or die Ateneo versus Adamson. But first, this game first.
For Alas already with 27 points.
And it was a reverse assist. Earlier, it was Alas to Dimaano, and then it was Dimaano to Alas. The veterans have been the spark plug here in the fourth quarter.
Definitely, and that's what Zobel needs to get this win off of UE.
We'll see how UE responds. No-look pass. The basket and one is good for Datumalim.
And of course, De Leon not giving up.
Look at that backdoor pass. So much heat. We talked about the point guard of De La Salle Zobel. Well, Ray De Leon and Lance Sabroso, they have done wonders here for UE.
And UE has been very good in finding their teammates inside the paint. You know, they create a collapse somewhere near the paint, but somehow they're able to connect with one another.
As Datumalim trims his lead to 4. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in our fourth quarter. Davao pressured by Dre. Two-man game with Charles. Davao sees a lane. Hang time move. Shot clock dwindling down. Davao has 5. Emergency pass. Dimaano for the deuce.
Dimaano.
Lagat, heat check. Heat check. And he's liking that one. Third triple of the second half for Topper Lagat. A timeout for De La Salle Zobel. 3:09 remaining here in our fourth and final quarter. We have to rewind this shot again because Topper Lagat has been calm, cool, and composed, keeping his squad in this game just down by a single possession.
Shooting 3 out of 3 here in the fourth quarter.
How about Topper Lagat in the second half? He only had 3 points in the first half, now has 11 in the second, stepping up for Coach Carl Santos and the UE Junior Warriors. Davao is trapped. Kiefer gets it across safely, was tripped. Lagat with the steal. Topper goes all the way. Have yourself a moment. Topper Lagat, 5 straight points, cuts this lead down to 1. Daha drop step, elevates, does not score. The steal by Dumalalim. We can take the lead back in this possession. Datumalim fakes the handoff. Topper with a hot hand, 2-man game. Espina with the quick hands. Alas bumped. Almost gets the basket and 1, and that will be 2 free throws.
UE forcing Kiefer Alas to really work for his shots now with the free throws. Hard bump. Almost tripping there for the layup.
Are you sure it's only day 1? The way these two teams are playing? I don't think
Alas only on his second year in the UAAP Juniors, already with 27 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals.
As he makes the first free throw. Calm, cool, composed. We approach our 2-minute mark in the fourth and final chapter. DLS-Z holding on to a 2-point lead. Make that 3. One possession ball game. Pedrita rushing down court. Pressured by Dabao. The cross by Pedrita. Tough angle on the acrobatic layup. Last 2 minutes. Buckle up your seatbelts. Here we go. Alas for 3.
Big rebound there.
Bondaha. There's that wingspan again, doing him wonders. He will be shooting 2 free throws.
Here we see our screens, coaching staff of LaSalle wanting to talk things out.
Almost rattling out for Bondaha. 9 points now.
Bondaha already shooting 80% in the free throw line.
Misses the second. 2-possession ball game. UE rushing. Pedrita overcooks the layup. Almost getting the steal. They give it to their point guard. Dimaano as the isolation against 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 at the right side. Shot clock down to 9. Charles in and out. Double team there. Daha. Numbers for UE. The no-look pass. And the open layup is good for Pedrita to cut this lead down to 2.
Both teams not giving up. And this is the only first game that they've had in the season.
Alas, almost trapped. Dangerous pass. That's Bondaha with some post presence. Espina for 3. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 secures an important rebound. Down by 2 for the tie. In and out.
Almost everyone here in the gym are on their feet.
30 seconds remaining in this ball game. Alas will work a 2-man game with Bon. Kiefer pressured by Topper. Alas, package delivered. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
The shot by Kiefer Alas. Very, very big game for him.
31 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists for Kiefer Alas as UE will call a timeout. 78-74, 16.9 seconds left in the 4th and final quarter. UE down by 2 possessions. Not out of the fight yet, this Junior Warriors squad. Anything can happen, especially in the speed of this ball game, Marga.
Yes, with how talented and athletic these boys are, you'll never know what can happen in 16.9 seconds.
Sabroso will trigger. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 Alejandro, Dre De Leon, and the hot hand Topper Lagat. Last minute pass. Sabroso with the blow by and trims this lead down to 2. Lance Sabroso in his first year coming out with moves like these. How about the rookies, Marga, for UE? I mean, yes, we talked about Kiefer Alas, but Sabroso, Lagat has 32 points combined. And the future is definitely bright for this young UE squad.
Definitely, and that's the joy with having a lot of rookies. You don't know really what their strengths and weaknesses are. It's really hard to scout. A lot of surprises coming from this UE team.
And if you're Isabel, Marga, all you need to do is really take care of the basketball, let them foul you. And
You have to play smarter here, 12 seconds, making sure that you do take care of the ball and you execute. Actually, you can just hold it.
Those fans, by the way, standing up, they have not sat down this entire fourth quarter.
A lot of supporters here from both these squads.
Everyone is literally at least 3/4 of the Amoranto Sports Complex fans are on the edge of their seats.
UAAP Juniors is finally back, and I bet everyone is very happy about that. Most especially their schoolmates who can watch this on the app.
12 seconds left. Espina will trigger in. Daha loses the basketball. Oh, and a counter turnover for UE.
Not only DLS-Z needed to take care of the ball, but UE also.
What a sequence. All of that happened in 6 seconds, by the way.
So here we have the pass that Tao was unable to hold. He got a little bit too excited and forgot how fast Sabroso runs.
He had the right idea to give it on the go-ahead pass, but Sabroso with his speed, naiwan yung bola. And now, 6.6 seconds left. Zobel.
They are believing in second chances.
And of course, this is something that you have not had a lot of experience in how to close out games. So you're learning it as you're on the go and learning these things, Marga.
Yes, definitely. And it's very important to win your first game because it just spells the momentum throughout the first round. And if you want to get into the Final Four, you want to get as much wins as you can throughout the elimination.
Parang, oo, first game lang. But, you know, down the road, we'll look back to which games we could have won.
Yes, definitely. But of course, if things fall short, there's a lot of adjustments and room to improve. There's a lot more games to play. Total of 14 games per team.
That man on your screens. We knew he was going to be good. We didn't know he was going to be this great.
I bet after this game, he will gain a lot of fans.
And the scouting report is full of how to stop 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 101. In the meantime, 6.6 seconds left. DLS-Z in possession. A quick foul on Davao. UE not yet in the penalty. It's their fourth team foul. 5.6 seconds to shoot. And that time, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 was fouled. He will be shooting 2 pressure-packed free throws.
Out of all the players that can be fouled in that sequence, it really had to be 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. See Coach Boris smiling just a little bit. The game isn't done yet.
Oh, that opens the door wide open for UE. 4.8 on the clock. A 2-point lead still for LaSalle. Kiefer on his second try. Three-point lead, a timeout. Check that to substitution. That will take place. A one-possession ball game. Sabroso down the lane, a steal by Di Maano. And DLS-Z sneaks in with their first win in season 86.
Being down by as much as 14 points in the first quarter, they were able to readjust. What a game by these two teams.
There you have it, our final score in this thriller of a third game of day number 1. The UE Junior Warriors 76, the DLS-Z Junior Archers 79. It came down to one final possession. And should we even be surprised to our best player of the game, Miss Marga?
But coming from the first layup that he showed, very, very fancy. 𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 with 32 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 12 out of 22 field goals. It's definitely one of the leaders, not only for Zobel, but most probably the whole league. Great breakout game.
And this one, that one, Margo, was the ice, putting them to night-night, says 𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰, our best player of the game, reintroducing himself as the guy for the Junior Archers.
Really living up to the names of 𝔬𝔫 and Alas here in the basketball community.
And of course, props to UE as well. What a first game. You could tell they are in for a new culture. But up next,